Hi everyone, I'm just going to show you this as an example of some of the excellent work I've received from one of the girls in grade 11. So she starts off the presentation by introducing herself and telling whoever is watching what their purpose is. So for example, hi, my name is Trina and today I'm going to be looking at the elements and techniques that were present in the poem Nettles and in the short story that it inspired me to write. First, she gives a summary, and there's some information there. She reads through this. The poem Nettles talks about a little boy who fell on a nettle bed and who got stung by these nettles. Because of this, his father was angry and he decided he wanted to get revenge. So he went out and he cut down the nettle plant. The elements used are theme, the relationship between father and son. The setting is their backyard. The characters within the story or the poem are the father, son, and the nettles are depicted as characters too. The point of view is first person, so we know it's a personal experience. And the characterization, the father is protective, the son is playful, and the nettles are depicted as mean and evil soldiers. The techniques used then, we look at conflict. The son gets hurt by the nettles, so the conflict is between the humans and the plant. The symbolism, the nettles symbolize an evil irony, but they also symbolize the difficulties in life and challenges people face. Sensory language then is illustrated by the poet's use of military imagery to show how hurt the young boy is and that he got stung by nettles. And the tone is angry and violent as the father goes to seek revenge on those nettles, and the son is quite hurt. And the plot is basically that the poet's son gets stung by nettles, and that the poet seeks revenge because the nettles hurt his child. On the next slide then, she inserts a piece of writing from her short story. And she very cleverly uses arrows and different titles to annotate her writing. So she has personification, giving human traits to the nettles. And this is exceptionally effective because it makes it seem like the plants were out to get the son, wanted to harm him on purpose. They also The personification also illustrates the nettles as enemy soldiers, and this is very, very effective. The mood, it was quite suspenseful at the beginning, because we know that the young boy gets hurt, and then when the poet grabs his billhook, we're not sure what he goes out to do until we see the line slash with fury with it. Conflict then, it's clear that it is character versus nature, that the character goes out to fight against nature in order to protect his son. Point of view in this short story is from the nettles point of view, and it is very interesting because it gives a second perception of what occurred, and it makes the story far more interesting. And the imagery that she used was words to describe and make the reader imagine what's happening in the story. So she used a lot of adjectives and verbs to make the story far more interesting. So this is a clever idea if you want to analyze your piece of writing and stick it into your presentation. Okay. Again, this is only one way of doing this, but it's a good example as to what is expected of you. And lastly then, I think that's it. Oh yeah, lastly then, she's put in the slide of her, or a slide that illustrates her planning. Again, I said that this is essential. You need to show your planning. So whether you do it at the beginning or at the end, it needs to be within your presentation. So this is the planning. So she has included all of the information required. She has even gone and given a summary of the poem before she started, or how she decided she was going to write the short story. Planning is evident. All of the techniques and elements have been chosen, and it's a very, very, very good example. So this is something that you can work off to maybe inspire you to create your own presentation. I hope that this is helpful.